know it wasn't very much, so I'm not going to expect you to have written a beautiful paper on this, but I would like you to share some of your thoughts that you wrote or did not finish writing. Ashley B., would you share out?
I didn't really find any Earth systems as a whole.
Okay. Okay. Pam?
I wrote, we are all connected to each other in some way. When one hurts, they all hurt. It's not necessarily a good thing or a bad thing, but one cannot grow without the other. So this Earth systems are exactly the same, where one affects the other. What happens to one will affect the others.
Good. Thank you.
On the tribulation is treasure and the nature of it, but is not current money in any of these except we get nearer and nearer to our home heaven by it. And I put that the destructive forces are also a treasure, even though we don't like them, because they push the earth through larger cycles and create newness out of older items. And then I put that he says his bowel illness was a gold mine to him because it made him aware of his own fragility. Then I put the tragedy in one area may help us see a vulnerability in another ecosystem and be more careful with it.
Great. Thank you. Jen?
Mine might be a little off, but there must be a start or beginning of creation or thought to create something larger without the sun to resource life we do not survive. Without the motivation of others and sacrifice we take, people not work or build as a whole. The earth as a system works together to create something bigger and better.
Great. That's
Does that
good.
make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes.
I said that man can't function by himself. And just as man can't function by himself, the earth system cannot do the same thing. We rely on each other in order for us to grow and to live.
Great. Thank you. Okay, y'all, just so you know, this is the thing that if somebody asked me to do that, I would go, oh my gosh, I hate literary analysis. It just, if they wrote it, that's what they meant. There was no hidden meaning. That's not me. That's why I love science, because it is or it isn't. Did you have something to say?
I just had to share, because when I moved to Austin, I told myself that I was going to change as a person. I used to be the same way. If you want to say I love you, just write I love you instead of all the flowers and bees and birds and whatever. So I purposely joined a writing club, and it really helped me. So when I did this, I was like, oh, I think I know what they mean. So it was so cool, because I was like, oh wow, because normally I'd be like,
That's good.
what the heck is this?
Keep trying to say.
And
Yeah.
you know, if you can even break this meditation down into smaller portions, you know, I love that different people referred to different pieces of this meditation for their analysis. When to me the most clear was the first 3 sentences, and the last of it, I loved hearing your analysis on it, you know, of the diseases and the gold and how that relates. So thank y'all for sharing those out, because those are not things that came to me initially. So, you know, that just teacher talk for a second. This is a way that you can integrate your curriculum with your language arts. We talk about science, but this is a piece that the language arts teacher can use to relate to science. So it's not just important for integrating your curriculum with your math teachers and writing in science, but writing science in language arts is also appropriate as well. Denise.
I just finished reading some research about the importance of journaling for leaders, which teachers are leaders, definitely. And that at the end of the day, or the beginning of the next day, whichever, it goes to what Pamela just said, the importance of journaling and collecting your thoughts about what went well, or just that whole day, The research shows that the people that do that spend 15 to 20 minutes a day doing that, are more productive, are more clear, are happier, and are better leaders, and more, the employees like to work for them better. Like they have more longevity, it's a big piece. And then as we're watching the mental health issues that our kids are facing, and the whole population, journaling is a really, really preventive preventive strategy. It builds mental health.
That's awesome, thank you.
Is it,
Elizabeth.
I guess just,
Hang on.
oh, my bad.
I just had a question if anybody knew any good resources to be able to pull some kind of materials like this and,
Oh, yeah.
Poetry, yeah, you'll see a lot of like poetry about nature and things.
Send those to me and we'll put them out in Dropbox, all
Thank you.
those resources.
Okay, thank y'all for doing that. So we're gonna switch gears now, and we're gonna look at geology. We're gonna look at a box of rocks that is on your table. So pull your things aside, clear the table off, and open up your tray and pull out, I think there's 10 specimens in your tray. There should be one tray for every 4 people. So your first task, and guys, we've got some really great things planned today. So I'm gonna try to stay on task and on time. So I want you to just forgive me if I'm rushing you, okay? Pull your specimens out of the box and put them into 2 different groups.